Hey guys, ITFC 101 here yet again, bringing you episode number 1 of my Football Manager 2012 complete Ipswich Town playthrough. It's been a while, I know, it's been an awfully long while. It's just I haven't had most fun with Football Manager 2012. I've put hundreds of hours into the previous Football Managers, and this one I haven't. I just literally haven't played. I don't know why that is. But I decided I really want to do this series. I found the motivation, and I know a lot of you. I got a lot of good feedback from my 2011 Ipswich Town review playthrough, and hopefully we'll be able to do this season. So yeah, we can do Ipswich, and I'm going to revert back to the old format of posting whole games because I think that's more interesting than just edit quick 4-minute videos. That means I can talk a lot. I can talk to you about football, which is what I love doing in the first 30 episodes of last season. Telling you about Ipswich, telling you about what's going on in the football and world, and so that's going to be what mainly happens. Every now and then I might throw some highlights in if it's a boring game, but most of all it's going to be a full highlights video. So anyway, I'm going to start off just showing you about what I've done. You can go see what a normal if you want me to put in what an Ipswich squad looks like at the start, then I'll do it in whatever video I have to. Because I'm going to record loads of videos from now, get them ready, and then upload and see what all the comments are before I do the next one. So that's the plan anyway. So if you want see what the Ipswich squad is to start with and all the facts and that, just let me know and I'll put it in. But anyway, this is what I've done. Basically, this is the squad page because it's very different from what you saw in 2011. But this is my squad at the minute. I've made quite a few signings. I'll start off with showing you the tactics I'm going to use. This is going to be my number 1 formation. It's a diamond. I'm not sure what players are going to play yet. This is the right before the game against Barnsley, the opening day, and this is the squad at the minute. I've got a few different formations to try out, but this is the one I'm going to start with. I do normally like to play with wingers. I said that a lot in my Football Manager 2011 Ipswich playthrough, but I'm going to try this one without any wingers. I've got a lot of good central midfielders that I've inherited at the start, and I think I've managed to beef up the defence a little, and even get a big old striker with Helgeson in there. So that's going to be the one I start with. If things go wrong, I'll try this, which is with the wingers, and I've signed a couple of good wingers. I've got Jamie Mackey and Stephen Doby in there, and I've also got Lee Martin and Josh Carson, so I'm pretty lucky with wingers. So I might revert back to that, but it just leaves the midfield a bit exposed. And then this is just a defensive formation, is when games where we're winning in a big game or games are not going our way and we need to sort ourselves out, just get a hold of the ball, that's the formation we're going to use. But that's going to be the main one to start with, and then I'll play it by ear on what we go to. So next of all, let's look at the transfers that I've done. I've been pretty busy. As you can see, I've signed 3, 6, 9 players. I think it's 9 or 10, and only sold Aaron Barrett. I didn't think I really need to sell anyone. Most of our squad is youngsters, the people outside on the fringes, so they can develop over the season. But we signed Stephen Doby on loan from Swansea. That is the first signing. I'm not quite sure what position we plan him in yet. He is an AMC by trade, and at the minute we are playing with an AMC, but we normally won't. So he'll probably be on the wing for most of the season. Next is Diego Arismendi on loan from Stoke. A good holder midfielder, good age, 23. His stats are decent for a holder midfielder. Nothing special, work rate's a bit low for my liking. But he's the best holder midfielder we've got, so we'll give him a go. And if we need to take away the holder midfielder, then we will. Next signing is a little bit of a weird one, is Dan Murray from Shamrock Rovers. He costs 14,000, and as you can see, most of his stats are awful, but the stats that matter are pretty insane. He's got 17 heading, 12 marking, which is okay, 14 tackling, 20 influence, I've made him the captain, 14 bravery, 14 determination, strength 13, and jumping 13. So they're the main stats of the defence. Concentration is decent as well at 13. But apart from that, his stats are awful. Look at his physicals. He's got 7 pace, 7 balance, 8 stamina, so he's probably not going to last the whole game. Just awful other stats, but I'm hoping that the stats will come in useful, and I did make him my captain because of the 20 influence. I think people underestimate the importance of influence in captaincies, but I'm pretty much an advocate for that, and so I thought it was worth signing, even though he might not be the best player, but I think he'll definitely do a job. Next is Anton Kinski, a free signing. 36-year-old keeper, but he actually is better than David Stockdale, apparently. I thought I'd struggle to find a better one than Stockdale, but apparently he's so he's going to be our number one this season, unless he makes plenty of mistakes, but then at least I have Stockdale to fall back upon. Jack Robinson, he's just, I didn't mean to, I had bids in for several left backs on loan, because we're pretty weak at left back, and I didn't realise that I'd got a bid in for another one, so I accepted this one. But then, as you'll see later, I've got an even better one. So he's here. I could just terminate it now, but there's no point. So he's here. This was a mistake as well, Marco Materazzi. I went by the name value, and I swear I'd signed him on a previous one of 2012, and I thought he was amazing. But it says he is only a fairly good player, 2.5 stars. His stats are pretty amazing for a centre back. Heading 18, marking 14, tackling 14. Influence 19, positioning 16, composure's good, bravery's amazing at 20, strength is good, jumping's good. Shame about the aggression at 19, so he probably will get sent off, but his mental stats are just amazing. So I'm hoping that I'm planning on him and Murray being the first two centre backs, but that is definitely likely to change, just to depend on the season. Heider Helgson signed from QPR for 300 grand. Again, amazing stats. I'm going purely on stats here. As a striker, as a big 6'4" something, I think he is. 6 foot. Oh, he's only 6 foot, 6'4", but he's got not the best finishing, but he's good in the air. He's a very aggressive player. He's very strong, mentally strong. I mean, 17 strength, 18 work rate, 18 determination, 16 bravery, and his heading's 18, so he'll be a threat from set pieces and with the crosses. So maybe with him it's probably best to play wingers, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. I'm not even going to try and say his name, but this is the left back that I got, who is better than Robinson. As you can see, them stats are pretty damn amazing. Most stats over 10. I think I can only see one stat that isn't over 10, and that's Flair. He's a 23-year-old left back from Frankfurt. I got him on a season-long loan, I think. I would have tried to buy him, but I never would have been able to. But he's pretty much a star, and he's going to be the pin at left back, which I think I needed. And then my final signing is Jamie Mackie from QPR again, 1.3 million, I think, or 1.2 million, one of the two. And he is pretty much a winger, I think. I think it says he's a striker here, but I think he's a winger with them stats. I don't think his finishing or off the ball are high enough for him to be a pretty amazing striker, but his pace and his creativity, I think that was high, wasn't it? Well, anyway, that will be what makes him as a winger. And then I sold Aaron Lee Batt to Southampton because I had enough keepers. But anyway, that's my transfers. So the starting team that it's going to be, if I can find it, it's going to be against Barnsley. You'll see this in the next episode. This is just going to be one episode called an introduction. But the team's going to be Kinski, Edwards. Oh, that's another thing I meant to mention. I totally forgot to sign a right back. So I'm pretty much screwed for right back. So I'm hoping Edwards and Jack Ainsley can cover it. But if not, I'll have to try and dip into the loan market for one of them as well. The team is Kinski, Edwards, Sonko, Materazzi. Murray will come in for Sonko, by the way. Tazavelas, Asmendi, Bullard, Bowyer, Emmanuel Thomas, Helgson and Chopra. So that's going to be the starting lineup for the next game, which is going to be at, I think it's at home to Barnsley. I don't know actually. I think it's at home to Barnsley. Oh, it's away to Barnsley actually. So that's going to be the first game. Oh, actually I'll show you the pre-season. Just to show you how our pre-season went. We started off with a 2-2 draw against Ipswich Reserves, which is absolutely awful. It was a pretty poor. I'm really disappointed with that. So it was a poor start. Then we beat Exeter 3-1. Then we beat Elgin. We beat Hamilton. Beat MK Dons, and then the result of the pre-season is a win against Arsenal Reserves. I think they had a pretty strong side, but goals from Emmanuel Thomas and Chopra, who have both had good pre-seasons. If you look down, I think Chopra got a hat-trick earlier on in pre-season. I don't know who it was against. There you go, he's got a hat-trick against Exeter. Chopra again. Scotland's had a decent pre-season as well, so he's going to come into my thoughts, but see, Scotland and Thomas scoring there. Doby again on the score sheet there. So I've got plenty of good strikers, so I shouldn't be short of firepower. I think it's just the defence that is going to be the problem. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this short little introduction to my new Football Manager series, and I'll be back with episode 2 very soon. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Later, guys.